Hey guys, this is my new best friend. It's a pet. It's my pet. His name's Roger, and he's kind of like a dog, except he's not a dog, and he's made out of clay. But he's cute, right? Love him. Hey, Roger. This is my new mascot. And today's lesson is a bit of a culture vulture for you. If you come to Canada, welcome. You're going to see a lot of dogs. Now, dogs in Canada are usually 100% always on leash. They should be. It's the law. Unless you're at an off-leash park. And if you're afraid of dogs, please don't go to an off-leash park. Please don't bring your children to an off-leash park. And we don't have like street dogs or stray dogs walking around like a lot of countries do. Dogs must be on the leash. But I see a lot of people who are shit scared of dogs. Now, I have an adorable little dog. He would not bite anyone unless you give him a snack. But I see a lot of people doing the wrong things when they're afraid of dogs. And I'm going to walk you through what you should and shouldn't do. So the first one and the most important is, if you want to say hi to the dog, that's great. But don't put your little fingers, all sticky peanut butter fingers, in front of the dog's nose, because the dog thinks, oh, peanut butter fingers, gonna give those a lick, a bite. Rule number 1, don't put your fingers out to the dog. What you should do, we call this a fist. So you're gonna put a closed hand or a fist to the dog's nose. Why? Because dogs think of things by smell. So if they, oh, it smells like peanut butter, yum, yum. Then the dog knows not to bite. So if I see a dog, the first thing I do is I say, hi, is your dog friendly? The person will say yes or no. If they say no, you move on. If they say yes, the way you approach the dog is make sure that your hand is closed fist, not the fingers out. Second one, don't do this. Don't make direct eye contact with the dog, because that means you want to fight. I know dogs are like, I'll take you on, Ronnie, but some dogs could kick my ass, really. Apparently making direct contact with a dog is wrong. Opposite with humans. If you want to engage a human in conversation, look in the eyes. Don't look around the eyes. Look in the eyes. Don't make direct eye contact. A thing that you can do is avoid eye contact. So you don't want to look at the sky. Can I pet your dog? But just kind of, look at his tail or something. I was like, look at his little paws. Paws are the feet of dogs. Next one. This is probably the thing that I see the most, and I know it's an immediate human reaction to run. But especially if your child is afraid of dogs, please tell the kid to stand still. Why? If I'm a dog, I like to chase things. I'm like, oh, look at that, yeah. So if your little kid with his little peanut butter fingers is running around, the dog's gonna be like, woohoo, let's go. Let's chase that little peanut butter monster. So please, stay still. The dog's not just gonna come and bite your ankle. If you stay still and you're calm, the dog will be like, no, I don't care about this guy. Let's go over and smell some pee. If you move around, he makes sudden movements, the dog's like, oh yeah, this person wants to play. Stand still. And the other thing is, don't go in front of the dog, kind of go beside him. Because the dog's like, if you're beside me, you're kind of my mate. But if you're in front of me, that means fight or peanut butter. Yeah, I know dogs are adorable, and I know you want to hug them, right? You put your arms around their neck and you want to hug them, but dogs are like, why does this bitch put me in a chokehold? Okay? So please avoid trying to hug a dog. Owners can maybe sometimes hug their dog, but it's a very kind of intimate thing with their dog. Another thing is they don't like being pet on their head. Now, pet means to like hit. My dog hates that. I do it every day when he gets his food, just to be funny, but avoid touching the dog's head. That's like, you want to fight? You're not going to go up to a human the first time you meet the human and go, hey, what's up? Give him a tickle. No, you got to wait You got to make sure that the dog wants you. Not like that, but this is the next tip. Let the dog come to you. So if you see a dog like, oh, it's so cute, I want to pet it. Put your hand out, let the dog smell it. And then if the dog's like, oh, hey, how's it going? What's up? And comes towards you, this is them giving you permission. The dog's like, okay, you can pet my bum. Yeah, you can pet me. Okay, I like you. But if the dog backs away, like, whoa, or if the dog growls, you know right away, like, oh, okay, this dog, yeah, let's move on to the next dog. Another huge rule is do not greet or say hello to a dog with your ice cream in your hand, because guess what? The dog thinks that it's his ice cream or her ice cream and will try and bite the ice cream. Not bite you, but will try and bite the ice cream. You've got some licorice or some lollipops. The dog's like, woohoo, that's from me, thank you. You think the dog's trying to bite you? Just want your lollipop. And this is the thing we have to watch out for. As I said, the very first thing you always must ask a dog owner, is your dog friendly? Can I pet your dog? You have to get permission from the owner and then eventually the dog. If someone says, oh, no, my dog is a reactive dog, that means stay away. Do not touch the dog. So if a dog is reactive, it's kind of a new term. It means the dog is not friendly, doesn't want to hang out with you, and definitely doesn't want you to scratch behind the ear. So when you're in Canada, you have to remember dogs are our friends. Dogs are wonderful. Just be cautious and keep your peanut butter fingers to yourselves.